Right, I'm here with Kwarmz and I'm here with Liam. We've just witnessed Arsenal go through to the next stage of the Carabao Cup by beating Crystal Palace at home 3-2. Let me start with my boy Liam. Your overall thoughts on that performance?
Well, it was a game of two halves, really. The first half was really disappointing. I was sat in my seat the whole time, and I usually stand and enjoy the game and enjoy the atmosphere, but there was none of it today. Yeah. And I couldn't believe we shafted the women over to Borough Wood for that first half performance. It was honestly, it was
a goal down after 4 minutes.
Yeah, and I'm so glad I missed that because there were queues to get in, so I, come in for it and just quickly run to the toilet, and I heard cheering. I thought, oh yeah, 1-0, and I remembered the Palace fans were directly below us. So that was what all the noise was about. And thank God he made the change at half time because it really turned the game on its head. And I think if he had waited to the usual 60 minutes, it wouldn't have been enough time to come back into it. So
very good point, because I was saying myself, Kwarmz, that normally the manager, alluding to what Liam's saying, wouldn't make substitutions at half time. Very rarely does he do that, especially if it's not influenced by injury. So Odegaard coming on, I thought even by the way he was warming up, you could tell that he was eager to get on and do stuff.
Odegaard was on Twitter. He was watching Twitter closely, and he listened to Thierry Henry. I know a lot of people were listening to Thierry Henry on.
All right, what did Thierry say?
On Monday Night Football, he was just talking about just Arsenal as a whole, and the players, certain players need to step up. He didn't mention Odegaard, but there was a lot of talk about, obviously he's supposed to be captain. He's supposed to be leading by example. So I feel like Odegaard, he was playing with like a man possessed, which was good. And within that half, he showed why he is captain, and he created a lot of chances for Gabriel Jesus, who also played well. So I was happy with that.
Let's ask Liam about his performance, man. I mean, let's be honest, goals have been scarce for Gabriel Jesus up to this point. And that's to say the least. A lot of people actually, there were raised eyebrows when he started. A few people near me were saying that Havertz should have started. But to be fair to him, man, he's come on, 3 goals from well-taken goals. And as I've been saying to a few other guys, that it's almost as if towards the end of that game, he's playing with a swagger. He looked good, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the first goal really, you could see the first goal inspired him. And, if it was longer than 90 minutes, he would have gone on to score more than 3 goals. But it's good to see him kind of get that confidence back. It seems I want to see that on a more consistent basis, as I'm sure does everybody.
Question for you: do you start him at Palace?
I knew that was
no, but you know what? It's the obvious question. I mean, we're playing the same team. He's pretty much going to be the same players.
Yeah.
Really and truly, can you really leave him out against Palace on Saturday?
So I had this conversation actually on the way here, and what is the point of playing him today and getting his confidence back to not... He has to at least... Will I start him? I don't know. I'd probably start Havertz, but I think...
Whoa!
I think...
You're the first person that said that all day. Fair play to you.
No, I think he needs minutes, though. 100% needs minutes. You can't now rest this guy until the next leg, or you can't rest him until the FA Cup against Man United. He has to continue to play.
But you wouldn't start him?
Probably not.
Why not?
I don't know, man. I just think our starting 11, what we saw at the beginning of the season and when we were turning teams over, for me, that needs to stay as is.
But the thing is, right, if you're the manager, and I'm going to come to you in a minute, how do you, you're in the office with him and you're saying, Gabriel, man, well done on your hat-trick. You were brilliant, 10 out of 10 performance, but I'm still, you know what I mean?
Keep him.
How do you think that conversation's going to go?
Keep him humble, innit? Because at the end of the day, right, if Arteta tinkers with the squad and it goes wrong, it's on his back. You can't then turn and go, but you scored a hat-trick the other day. I was expecting you to score a hat-trick against Palace and you didn't. It's on Arteta, it's on the manager. So he has to go with who he can trust and who's been performing for him on that consistent basis. And it has been Havertz, let's be honest. And I know everyone's calling for another striker, but realistically, if we get another striker, that's a replacement for Jesus. I think he needs to do it more consistently for me.
Okay, stop right there. Over to Kwarmz, because I could hear you in the background.
I'm waiting.
You're the manager.
Yeah.
You got to pick the team for Saturday.
Yeah.
We've all seen what Jesus has done. Do you start him against Palace on Saturday?
100%. What we're forgetting is you have to set standards. You got to set standards for the team, for the players, expectations. Obviously, the players have been knocking on the door. The ones that had a chance to play today as well, Sterling's and that was their chance to say, you know what, I want to be playing on Saturday. They didn't prove it, or Sterling in my case, he didn't prove it. But Gabriel Jesus put the ball in the back of the net 3 times.
Good goals as well.
Fantastic goals, that lovely little dink. He finally remembered that he was Brazilian. That's the thing, he finally remembered he was like the R9. But yeah, for me, it's just about keeping it consistent. It's like if you're boiling a pot of something, and you're just gonna take it off the boil, and it's not. It's like Gabriel Jesus is ready now. We've been waiting for this. Stick him in the squad, and I reckon we can get something from it.
Hold on. Do you not think that? Sorry to interrupt, but do you not think that Havertz is watching this game now, thinking, "Oh gosh, like
good.
there is competition for me."
Good.
So for me to just chuck Havertz back in and go, "Your turn."
No,
I think that's the right.
No. Consistency. If someone is performing and they're putting the ball in the back of the net, you keep him on the pitch. If Gabriel Jesus doesn't score on Saturday, then the next game you'll drop him for Havertz. That's for me. That's for me what I would do. There's no way I'm gonna do.
I like the competition. I like, I like the fact that we've got two options.
Yeah.
Jesus has proved he's not finished. He's around. He's there. So I just think chuck Kai Havertz back in. Go over to you. Like see what you could do, and maybe Kai Havertz gets a hat trick. Then what do we do?
When Kai Havertz doesn't score, does Arteta say, all right, go and Gabriel Jesus have a go? Doesn't really do that. It doesn't start. They're starting the same players.
There's times when he will chuck him on, or he'll chuck maybe two strikers, or he'll give Jesus that opportunity. But what I like is that Jesus started and he got his opportunity from the beginning and he took it, which is 100% the right thing to do.
You know what? We got to wrap up. It's very interesting. But you know what? I'm going to go with my boy Kwarmz there, man. I think, and the reason why I'm going to say is because possession is 9/10 of the law. The man had the shirt today. He's got 3 outstanding goals. He looks good. You're playing the same team on Saturday, bro, as well. Yeah. So to me, it's a no-brainer that Jesus should start. However, I do agree with you that Havertz would normally be the number 1 pick. So yes, I hear that. But to me, you can't drop him. He's got to play. But listen, thank you very much, Liam. Thank you so much, Kwarmz. And thank you guys for watching.